Welcome back to Squawk Box, everybody. We have some breaking news from Pfizer. Meg Tirrell joins us right now. Meg, good morning.
Good morning, Becky. This is the news that we've been waiting to hear. Pfizer and BioNTech reporting the first results from their phase 3 vaccine trial, saying that in this interim look, the vaccine showed to be more than 90% effective in preventing COVID-19 cases. Now, this is the first look we're getting at any of these efficacy studies of COVID-19 vaccines, and it is much higher than analysts had been expecting or modeling. Now, this is based on seeing 94 infections of COVID-19 in the trial. We don't have a formal breakdown of all of the data, but Pfizer and BioNTech saying based on the breakdown of cases of those 94, there were so many more on placebo than on vaccine. That's how they get to that 90% efficacy level. Now, they also say no serious safety concerns were observed in the trial so far. They plan to file with the FDA for emergency use authorization after they reach a safety milestone of 2 months follow-up on half their participants, which they expect to reach in the third week of November, which essentially is next week. Now, Pfizer CEO Albert Bourla saying in their release this morning, quote, "Today is a great day for science and humanity." And he joins us at 7:15 this morning to answer more questions for us, guys. But 90% efficacy, that is much higher than everybody was expecting for this vaccine. Back over to you.
Hey, a great day for humanity, great day for science, great day for the markets. Check this out, because if you were watching the futures, we added about 300 points on the Dow futures as you were reporting this news, Meg. We'd been up about 380 points. You can see right now the Dow futures are now up by about 690 or 725 points. You can't even keep up with this because it's moving so quickly. 90% effective is kind of amazing. We were thinking, okay, if we can get something that's 50 to 60% effective, okay. The flu vaccine is nowhere near this effective.
Yeah, Becky, I was actually looking this up last night. The flu vaccine is about 40 to 60% effective. When you're talking about more than 90% efficacy, you start to get into the range of things like the measles vaccine. That's 97% effective after 2 shots. Chickenpox vaccine, 92% effective after 2 shots. Smallpox, 95% effective. This is really a high bar of efficacy. And the FDA's bar for considering approval was 50% effective. And so they are going to continue with this study until they accrue more cases. And so the percent efficacy might change. So we'll have to watch that as it goes. But this is much higher than people expected.
And again, the safety profile, they saw no safety concerns with anything they've seen to this point. How much more testing needs to be done before you can say, okay, this is something that would absolutely be approved by the FDA?
Well, vaccine experts say that most side effects you would typically see within 6 weeks of administration of the shots. And so that's why they're looking for that 2-month safety follow-up on half the participants in the trial. And they've enrolled almost 44,000 people in this study, and more than 35,000 have received their second shot. And so at that point, they would file for emergency use authorization. They are going to follow everybody in this trial for 2 years to observe further long-term data. But, given that we're in a pandemic and this is an emergency, they're going to be filing obviously much earlier than that. Of course, then the next question is supply. Pfizer says 50 million doses globally by the end of this year. So this will be constrained at the beginning, as we've been reporting. But we are expecting data from Moderna at some point this month as well, and then also from Johnson & Johnson, AstraZeneca, and others following on. So, guys, this is the first news we're getting on a vaccine, and it's so much better than people expected. We'll wait to hear how the others do.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.